I'm so hyped. It's officially an annual tradition for us to play a Halloween-themed golf game, and I absolutely love it.
All that hype to finish at fourth place is crazy.
I might. Who knows? I know that George will fight with you pretty fairly and probably will win. So me, Bill, and Joe are more fighting for third place than anything else.
Speak for yourself, Bareth. I am here to win the Royal Rumble and be the last man standing. I will yeet you the hell out of this ring with my signature Biden blast.
What?
Oh shit, we're wrestling now? All right, let me quickly go to my El Camino so I can grab some baby oil and groin protectors.
I don't need none of that because I am the chosen one, so I have the title in the bag. And I'm voting we do a buried alive match like back 20 years ago so I can throw you all old fucks into a hole in the ground and bury you with an excavator.
I was born in September the same year as you, and let's also get Melania in here, and let's make her fight in panties and bra match with Margot Robbie. That would be a goddamn banger.
And while we're at it, let's invite Michelle too, because we need diversity because poor women are just as bright and talented as white women.
No, we won't do that. I'm tired of transgender women competing in women's sports and ruining it for everybody else.
Did you just call my wife transgender?
The left's hypocrisy returns. What, is it now bad to be transgender out of sudden? I thought you ought to respect all the variants of gender, sexuality, and all that freaky-ass stuff.
No, of course that's not the point, because I respect everyone's gender. It's just that my wife is a real, a biological woman that has been a woman from the birth and still is now.
Did you just say that transgender women aren't real women? Yeah, okay, you're getting canceled, buddy. Get ready to set up a count on Rumble and Kick because you ain't getting back from that one.
Dude, what? Let me just say what I wanted to say, because we're not doing a damn wrestling match. Where the hell did you all get the idea from? We are playing golf with your friends, and this time for Donald to not bitch about everything I did, turn on the physical contact. And this is one of the most downloaded Halloween maps, so if somebody does bad, it's not because it's some, and I quote, rigged map by the left, but rather it's their own skill issue. So yeah, let's roll.
You got a real pretty name, Georgie. Walker sounds like a fella you'd invite for a cookout and serve some fresh, juicy hot dogs with those beautiful black crusts you make on a grill, because I heard that people like briskets, so I started making every meat look like brisket. I once didn't have time to grill it, so I just grated some coal, and then I dipped my hot dogs in eggs so I could get it moist and sticky, and then in coal, and it was one of the best crispy dogs I ever ate.
Did you just admit to munching on some coal?
You should try that. It was mostly for texture, but it also gave the dogs that smoky, earthy aroma, and your jaw also trains while eating it to be stronger. So you don't end up with misaligned teeth like modern people with Oompa Loompa Trump-style diets where everything is a mushy burger from Wendy's. Did you know that ancient cavemen actually had better teeth? Everything was aligned correctly and the jaw fit all the teeth because they weren't eating on some oatmeal but on raw meat and bones. They also didn't have as bad a breath as Trump does when he forgets to brush in the morning because they didn't have as much sugar as we do. The only time they had some sugar was when they were lucky to find a fruit on a tree one day while foraging and looting shit like they were in Elder Scrolls. Another fun fact, humans are originally born without the cavity bacteria, so if you were living sterile and never being in contact with saliva of the person who has cavities, you won't ever suffer from it. So if you never kiss someone, you can throw your toothpaste away and save some money for PlayStation 5, especially since GTA 6 is right around the corner.
Holy yapper.
Now let Joe cook. I'm gonna go check with my dentist if I have them, because if not, I will, for real, start saving up for a PlayStation, because those damn Jiggle physics from the trailers are out of this world, and from what I've heard, it's gonna be just like that in the actual game too.
If you want some Jiggle physics, I can lend you my PSP along with Dante's Inferno disc. You will be replaying the Cleopatra fight over and over.
You guys are really missing out on some titles if all you look for in a game is high-quality nudity. And Joe, toothpaste doesn't only stop cavities, it saves your enamel, kills the bad bacteria on your teeth and tongue, it stops discoloring from things like coffee and cigarettes, and most noticeably, it stops your breath from smelling like a dead rat.
What are we, an educational channel? For the past couple of minutes, all we have been talking about is some fucking facts about biology and fucking toothpaste out of all things. I can sum it up in one sentence. Brush your fucking teeth if you don't want to be a nasty grime monster. And get Dante's Inferno if you are a loser who doesn't get any play and has to rely on games to fulfill his sexual fantasies. Boom, you guys yap way too damn much.
Don't get any play? I think you forgot that you are talking to a Riz god.
Everybody wants to take the Dark Brandon to the prom, so I don't know who you are calling a loser, sucker.
Underage girls don't count, Joe.
Okay, now that's just not playing fair.
You disappoint me so much, Joe.
No, hold up. I am actually with Joe on this one. What about 16-year-old in like Maine? Age of consent there is 16. So like, what's wrong with it? Even the law allows it.
What's wrong with it? I don't know. Maybe the fact that you are over 60 years older than they?
Barry, don't even bother. You are talking to 3 people who definitely were on the island. But yeah, it doesn't look like a Halloween map to me. Rather, it's just a generic forest map, so I don't know why you made us play it, Barry.
Again, I don't play these maps beforehand, so I don't know them any more than what screenshots provide. It's like a shack in the forest, and it was tagged by the original developers as a Halloween-themed map, so I guess it just starts off innocently, and it will get gloomier as we go. It could also be a prank played by the developers. Your guess is as good as mine.
They're definitely pranking us, but I am a huge fan of Jack Doherty pranks, so I don't mind it.
Jack Doherty? Was it that dude who looks like he's 12 and faked his reaction on the spot after crashing his Lamborghini? Actual amoeba? No other thought than acting like a fucking NPC for views.
You know me, I usually don't have anything against those young influencers. They're just doing their thing, and that's fine. But he is actual defective society member. He calls being a public nuisance and a prick to everybody pranks, and after talking shit or doing something very offensive, he hides behind his bodyguard to not get punched. He also drives a sports car on the highway while being distracted by phone, and he got it all recorded, so it serves as a proof that it was fully his fault. And on top of that, he runs an OnlyFans agency, so he is about as morally corrupt as Andrew Tate. Hell, at least Andrew Tate doesn't act like a fucking toddler, although they reach pretty similar age audience.
Damn, he really got you mad. You usually don't like the F-bombs in our videos, Barry.
I mean, I am against heavy profanity usage that Donald clearly imposes because it can limit ads on our videos, but other than that, we can use it. It's not like we're using a heavy word. Hell, even Marvel decided to include a single F-bomb in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Why does this fucking ball always roll down? And Barry, I think I know what you're talking about, and that's why I never invited Putin on this channel, because Putin uses the N-word. I call it the N-word. He uses the N-word all the time. That's a no-no. You're not supposed to do that. He uses it on the daily basis. And everybody's so afraid, so afraid, so afraid.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, he was threatening me and used the N-word pretty often during my time in office, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but unlike your sorry ass, I actually showed him how expensive and more efficient my N-words were, and I said to him, my N-words are much bigger and stronger than yours. I also paid top dollars for them because I value quality over quantity.
You got 30 seconds to explain yourself before I drone strike the shit out of you and all your goofy ass shit, Trump Towers.
Yeah, typical Democrat, mad over someone actually using nukes, how they were supposed to be used.
Wait, what did you say?
I know that it might sound weird to you and you would much prefer to drop those nukes on random hospitals in Yemen, but unlike you, I am an actual peacemaker.
No, not that you asshole. Did you say nukes?
Hello, we have been talking about them for like a minute now.
Oh, so that's what you meant when you said the N-word. Okay, let's just forget that entire conversation then.
And now watch this bogey. That's how W does it.
You're talking about a damn bogey. It's still sad to get a bogey. Par is like the bar that's already set pretty low, so anything above it is quite frankly disappointing.
Well, I couldn't do it, so it's not as easy, and if you're so great at this game, why don't you already have a par on this hole?
Because I practice for the actual golf, Barry, not this Coco Melon mini golf bullshit.
Coco Melon? Geez, you're off your rockers, dude. By the ways, guys, if you ever tried to join a membership but didn't see the button on your iPhones, you can now. Because at the start of October, YouTube brought this feature on the iOS. So if you guys want to join, you can straight up do that and join my cult and be ready to die for me and glaze the living hell out of me.
If you want to recruit some cult members, Joe, you got to show them a better shot than this shit. It's about as good as your campaign last year.
Half of it was freaking Kamala. How are you going to rate my campaign if Kamala took it from me in the middle of the race?
That's a fair point. I didn't want Joe as our president, but at least I respect him as a person. But Kamala just doesn't seem right. There's something off about her.
It's that witchy cackling sound she makes when she laughs. I also think she is more of a pothead than Obama because she laughs about anything and spits out jumbled words like Joe. Joe is at least straight up demented, and there's no hiding it, but she pretends to be a capable person that has some brain cells, which is fake news, so fake that not even libtards believe her.
All this yapping made you overshoot it a bit, Donnie. But no, honestly, she isn't a devil or anything. She is just unexperienced, and I'm not even going to front. We thought she will do better than Joe because of age difference, and she was also a non-white woman. So you already know that I did my best at those rallies. But Donald's ignorance and disrespectful shit talk, as well as his stunts with McDonald's and garbage trucks, sadly spoke to more people, so we got to deal with it.
Unexperienced? She was running this fucking country for 4 years because clearly it wasn't Joe since he was on vacation most of his term. She is just incompetent and would never win the primaries even if Joe didn't start in them, and you damn well know it.
To give my piece in this, she's a damn baddie for a 60-year-old woman. Hillary looked basically like she looks today when she turned 60, but Kamala still looks smashable, so that's why I voted for her and given some speeches on her rallies. I wanted to be Monica Lewinsky to her Bill Clinton if she were to win the election. I also digged up an old picture and just look at this.
Now, it's clearly fake, generated by AI and Photoshop at the top of it, or maybe it's her ugly ass face deep faked onto a picture of Melania. I don't even know at this point.
I don't know if that picture is real or not, but weren't you the one calling her a beautiful woman at one of your rallies?
I was quoting some media piece that called her that. And then I said the truth, that I am quite clearly a better looking person out of the two.
I don't know, I think you guys are equal. I mean, your face looks like some pig that bathed in McDonald's grease and even smells the same, but your bunda gave me so many chubs that I can't even count that high. But when Kamala locked me up in the basement, tied up to the bath, and pouring ice buckets on me after I stumbled my words during some speech, I was harder than some goddamn diamond, so I can't say for sure who is sexier.
I don't know. Trump is not my type, but that Kamala treatment sounds like some good times. Barry, do you have her number? I'm going to turn on my Billy the Rizzler mode.
I do, but I don't think I will give you her number because I know your intentions, and she is married. And so are you too, by the way, if you forgot already.
Barry, it really upsets me how judgmental you are of your friends. You also are really not progress because open marriages are a thing, and I am in one, and maybe she is too. We could even do some swapping action and give Hillary to whoever Kamala is with, and I get a night with Kamala. Oh, crap, it's almost November already. Barry, please give me this number or I will add you to the list.
What does November have to do with any of that?
Bro, it's no nut November, and I'm at this age where I don't know if I will live to see another month, so I can't afford to wait an extra month.
I remember you once said that it's not worth it because edging tops out in like a week, and it was on our channel, so yeah, I'm lost.
So you remember that, but you can't remember who are you introducing next during a presidential speech?
So I want to thank you all for being here. And now, who am I introducing next? Who's next?
Jack, I was tired the hell out of my mind that day. I was up all night playing Fortnite because new chapter released, so I had to start Battle Pass grind.
Battle P, the fuck? You were a fucking president. Why wouldn't you just buy all the shit you wanted? First thing I did when Baron introduced me to Fortnite was to buy all the Aura farming skins and Gooner skins. So the only thing that sucked for me is that shop wasn't refreshing that often, and I eventually got bored because the actual gameplay is dog water, so I just deleted this shit from my PlayStation and never played it since.
Man, I really screwed my going here. I need to up my game if I want to win this. But so far, it looks like another George win. I gotta say, George, you came back and you just laid out the competition flat.
The weirdest part about all that is that Joe is still somewhat keeping up and holding up the second place. He still has yet to get a 14-stroke hole.
Oh man, that reminds me of one of the greatest debates I ever had. You know, I am a bit of philosopher, so it's like my version of to be or not to be. And it goes like that. Is it better to get out 4 strokes, our 400?
What?
The hell is wrong with you?
Thank you, Donald. I knew I could.
Of course it's better to get out 400. I mean, I don't even see how you could make a counterpoint. Only one I see is that when you have to be somewhere in a couple of minutes, but that's why you never go to town before finishing your damn job for the day.
Never mind, there he is.
It's a mixed bag for me. I sometimes got late to meetings and stuff due to my entanglements. But other times I could incorporate it in my job. Like I got this special desk that you couldn't see anyone underneath it from the front. So there were a couple of speeches where I had some support from under the desk, and I ain't talking teleprompter.
For a much needed change of topic, and I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but this course is only 13 holes long if you haven't paid attention to the scoreboard. So this hole is the last of this episode. And as usual, we will do the member shoutouts, and I'm really happy because some of you might remember this one member, and he just rejoined recently, of course, and he's a certified O-Bomber because he joined Obamacare. So shout out to OMG, it's Birdman Archive, and to Zuber Sandvich.
K31 owner is still with me, so I really appreciate this because many people didn't like me during my presidency, and It really hurt because it reminded me of abandonment that I kind of had from my dad because he was focused at work and he didn't spend much time with me. And then I choked on a pretzel and...
Nobody cares about your sob story, George. I want to shout out Jacob Bowling, and I hope he will peer pressure you guys to join my cult. And the first step to entering Joe Cult is the monthly fee that is paid via my membership plan. If you don't think about it, it's kind of like I'm just taxing you.
It would maybe make sense if you were still a president, but it works for me now. So join the Billionaires Club if you want to support our editor because he gets a cut from it. We are basically Make-A-Wish Foundation for his sped ass.
The hell? Why would you even say that? He edits our videos for a chump change and you go off on him like he's Joe.
Relax, liberal. It's called dark humor.
Except there was no dark and no humor.
You make up the dark, so we're halfway there. And that's the scoreboard, assholes. See you in a couple of days.
Subscribe to Oval Office Gaming right now or Barack will go get your oil with his drones.